Mario Kart. I don't know. What's new? What's been going on lately? Oh, what's it called? Paper Mario comes out in 2 days. Uh, Anybody picking up Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door on the Nintendo Switch system? I have it pre-ordered, and I don't think... Last I saw... Let me see. I don't think GameStop is doing any cool little pre-order bonuses or anything, which is kind of sad. But, so I mean, I don't know why I pre-order. I mean, it's just... It's tradition. I always pre-order. Yeah, there's no thing. God dang it. I think I talked about this on a previous stream, but I know GameStop in Canada, I think, or EB Games, they have a cool little, friggin' thing. They have a cool little, reversible cover or something. And it has, like, the original, like, GameCube art on it. Yeah. Excuse me. We're playing with Birdie the Bus. That's pretty cool. Oh, man. Beep. Hopefully hopefully my slight allergies don't ruin my performance in Mario Kart. So... I don't know. What's new? Oh, you know what I've been doing lately? I've been watching a lot of Rooster Teeth content. Because, I don't know if you guys heard, but Rooster Teeth, they made Red vs. Blue, which was the, like, Halo... It was like the Halo series. I mean, it's basically like a fan Halo series, right? But anyway, so Rooster Teeth, and they made Red vs. Blue. They closed down recently. And I was watching a lot of, like... Well, at first I was watching, like... They did, like, a goodbye stream. And I watched that and I was, like, crying. I cried. And then so I was, like, watching a bunch of, like, Rooster Teeth stuff. I've been listening to a lot of Rooster Teeth podcast. Yeah, really crazy. If you go to like roosterteeth.com now, it's like a goodbye message, and it's really sad. They said, I mean, it was 21 years, I think. Very sad. And then yeah, I have told the story about how, when I was in college, I had to do an internship, and I applied for a Rooster Teeth internship, and then they declined me. Which was really crazy because, for multiple reasons. One, it was right before COVID hit, so that would have been kind of crazy being in Texas, and I'm from Hawaii, and then COVID would have hit. But also, it was right before the crazy... There was a bunch of crazy things that happened at Rooster Teeth where some of the employees turned out to be quite not good. Ooh. Also, sorry, I gotta... My nose is running like a faucet, but only one nostril, which is kind of weird. Okay, hi. Sorry. I debated doing a no cam stream just because I probably... I don't know. Like, I have allergies, so I probably look like doo-doo. Because I kind of feel like doo-doo. And I'm very vain. I'm a very vain person. Okay. Boop. I don't know. What else is new? Let's check Twitter. Do you guys still call it Twitter? I don't think I'll ever be able to not call Twitter X, or not call Twitter, or X Twitter. I don't know. I wonder what it would take for them to, and by them I mean, I guess, Elon Musk. I wonder what it would take for them to, like, reverse it. Just go back to the Twitter branding. I think it's pretty, I feel like it's pretty unanimous that people don't like X. And I mean, like, how, like, even the twitter.com URL just redirects to X, so it's like, what's the point? Doop boop boop. Wait, where's the shortcut? Is it here? Oh god! Oh lord, oh lord. So, what's new, everybody? What's everyone been watching lately? I watched, I was kind of in a Black Mirror mood. I think Black Mirror is, like, so interesting. I remember, like, I first watched Black Mirror in, like, maybe, like, 2017. When it first came to Netflix, and I remember the first one I watched was actually the second episode, which is called The Entire History of You. I haven't watched that episode in a hot minute, so I'm a little bit fuzzy on the exact details. I believe the sort of the scenario of that episode is like everyone gets implants, and then so they have like memories of, and so they can like view first person memories or recordings or something. But then at the end of that episode, spoilers, the guy gets like so sick of it that he like rips it out of his head himself. And I remember watching that and just being so just like, I was like, what am I watching? I was just so appalled by it. That's one thing about Black Mirror. There's a lot of violence and like, yeah, like gore type stuff, which is not my favorite. I get very like, ooh, yeah, very cringy about that. Do. Ugh. So, but yeah, I've been watching some Black Mirror. I watched, I think some of the coolest episodes of Black Mirror are the ones where it's like multiple little stories in one. So like, I really like the White Christmas episode. That might be my favorite episode of Black Mirror. Actually, I don't know. But yeah, I really like White Christmas and Black Museum, which is kind of like, I don't know, ironic that I like the two like white and black episodes. But I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, I really like that episode. I really like White Christmas. The Black Museum episode I think is really cool, but it makes me so sad. It's like, it's really depressing. I mean, I feel like that's like with most Black Mirror episodes. But I mean, the interesting thing about Black Mirror though is that there are some episodes that are actually kind of like not depressing. God, the first episode from the latest season, Joan is Awful. That episode is so good. And it's like, yeah, it's very different because it's not like it's a little bit depressing, but it's not like super duper depressing. It's actually quite funny. I probably... Oh wait, that's also... Sorry, side tangent. Something interesting I heard someone ask in a podcast in fact, it was in the Rooster Teeth podcast. But something interesting I heard someone ask recently was, what do you think is the hardest you've ever laughed? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like there are many times I've had a very good laugh. But I don't know the hardest I've ever laughed. Like, well, I mean, I guess probably the hardest I've ever laughed was when I was under the influence and I was just very giggly. But I feel like that shouldn't count because I was under the influence, obviously. But, sorry. I don't know how I have allergies. Yeah, the hardest I've ever laughed. Like there's been a few instances where something will be super funny for me for a while. Let me think. I have to like dig back in my brain. I don't know, just like random YouTube videos and stuff. Some parts of shows. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of the people who there were some points in like How I Met Your Mother where I was just like dying laughing. I'm one of those people. Sorry. Okay. But anywho, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I've been watching Black Mirror lately. And yeah, I think Joan is Awful. I laughed pretty hard at a certain part in that episode. What else? The one episode, shoot. What is it called? I forget what the episode name is, but it's the one where it's like, it's like a dating simulation, basically. And so, the sort of premise of the show is that, or the episode is that, like, there's like this thing that, it like pairs you up with a random person and it'll give you like an expiry date of how long the relationship is supposed to last, and the idea is that you just go from person to person until you find your like true match or whatever. What is the episode called? God dang it. But yeah, that one makes me sad. Cause it's a very cute like little like love story, and it makes me sad. Yeah, I think Black Mirror is so interesting. And when I was watching Black Mirror, I saw on Netflix that it said that it's coming back in 2025. Very exciting. I need more Black Mirror. Can you guys believe it's gonna be 2025? Like, what? I remember, like, in my elementary school yearbook, remember when we used to get yearbooks? In my elementary school yearbook, it, like, listed the, you know, it said, like, oh, class of 2016 or whatever, because, yeah, class of 2016. And I remember being like, that seems so far away. And now it's been almost 10 years. Well, I mean, I guess 9 years, but it's been almost 9 or 10 years after 2016. And that's crazy. I never thought I would be this old. Ever in my life. Sorry, hold up. I don't know. What's going on, everybody? Oh god, sorry, I forgot to mute the mic. Oh, here's something new. I burnt my finger. I was microwaving water. And then when I went to go grab it from the microwave, the glass was hot, and so I, like, sort of instinctively shook my hand, and the boiling water went all over my hand. And then, yeah, I got burned. And it was, so far, it was probably the worst burn I've had in my life, I feel like. Because it did the thing where it, like, bubbled up. Yeah, and I took pictures of it so we can all look. But yeah, now my finger is kind of messed up, which sucks. But yeah, that was bad, and it hurt so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever burned yourselves. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're smarter than me. But yeah, I like stuck my hand in, like, cold water or whatever, and it still was burning so bad. Yeah, it was not fun. Not a fun time. Like, it was just, like, continuous burning pain. But yeah, eventually, so yeah, there was, like, a friggin' bubble on my finger, and eventually it popped. Sorry, this might be gross to some people. But yeah, it was just like, it just popped. And so now I just have, like, this weird, like, skin on my finger. Like, it looks like my finger is, like, 80 years old. So yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. Just burning my hand. Okay, so here's what my finger looks like now. Can you see? Sorry, I don't want to, like, I don't want to flip you guys off. I don't want to stick the middle finger at you guys. But that's what it looks like now. Let me see. Let me find the picture. Here's what it looked like a few days ago. Yeah, you can see the bubble. The bubble. So that was sad. That wasn't a fun time. But Do. What is this? Sorry, I'm getting emails about sponsorships. Look at me go. Okay. Yeah, I have a video, by the way, guys, fun fact, sad fact, actually, no, I'm super excited because, my vlog channel, my vlog YouTube channel, we're almost gonna hit partner on that channel, and that's very exciting because that channel, I just, like, put whatever I want, so it's really cool to imagine that it's the channel that not that I don't care about it, but it's just like I put up what I want to put up. It's cool that it's actually like it's gonna hit YouTube partner eventually. Anyway, I have a video coming out for that channel where I talk about like the worst pain that I've had in my life, or like at least that I've captured on camera. The worst pain that I've had in my life is probably heartbreak. But no, like the stuff that I did on camera, that was really painful. And so what do you guys think is the most painful type of pain? Also, sorry, I'm gonna have to mute the mic. Wait, give me a chance. Okay. Okay, because yeah, so there's been a few things that, you know, and in case you don't know, I started making YouTube videos when I was 9 years old, because me and my friends wanted to make our own little jackass, so we would do like stupid stunts on camera, film it, and post it onto YouTube. So yeah, so I have a lot of like, I have a lot of moments of pain on camera, basically. And so yeah, like the most, probably the worst pain that I have dealt with, like, and it's just because I'm not good at dealing with it. I'm not good at dealing with spice, like spicy foods. I think that hurts a lot. And it's really hard because it's so, like, internal. It's such internal pain where it's like, you know, people can't, like, see the effects of spice or, like, eating spicy foods, but you can feel it. And it, like, and it lingers there for so long, and it, like, just does not let up. It's bad. So I'm really bad at dealing with spice. I did a thing on camera where I drank a bunch of Last Dab from Hot Ones. I drank some of it, and then I tried to see how long I could last without drinking anything afterwards, and that was rough. It was like bad enough to where there was a moment where I was considering going to the hospital because it was just not going away. It was like in my mouth, like in my throat, like it was bad. Yeah, like I don't know. Spice is really tough. Yeah. I also think neck pain is really bad, or like annoying. Oh, you know what's really annoying? Sunburns. Sunburns is an annoying type of pain. And luckily I don't go outside anymore. Luckily I don't go outside anymore, so I haven't had to deal with sunburn for a while. And I hope I never have to ever again, because yeah, sunburn is really annoying. Because it's just like this like stinging sensation that like, yeah, you just kind of have to deal with, and it's like there's not much you can really do about it. You just kind of have to like wait it out. It's really annoying. So yeah, I'd say sunburn is a really annoying type of pain. Yeah, I actually, right before my fifth grade school picture day, my family went to like a beach house. We had like this beach house, and like so we went there for the weekend, and I got super duper like sunburnt. So my 5th grade school picture, I'm just like I'm so just burnt. Like it doesn't even look like me. But yeah, now I don't go outside, and I am white as a ghost. Yikes. That's like the most like me solution to a problem I could ever have. Like, I don't like sunburns, okay, don't go outside. I mean, that's my solution to a lot of things. Don't like people, don't go outside. God dang it. I would have got first place if it wasn't for the triple red shells. God dang it. Alright, let me just turn off cam real quick. I have been debating if I want to go to TwitchCon again this year. I said last year, that like... I said last year that since I went to TwitchCon and like, you know, I did everything that I wanted to do, that I don't know if I don't think I would ever go again. But I don't know, I've been actually kind of thinking about maybe going again this year. Because it was fun. That was a fun time. It's just like, yeah, a lot of the times whenever I go to pretty much any type of convention in general, pretty much my like one of my only like MOs is to just like meet people, like meet celebrities. So I don't know, I don't know if I would ever care to go to TwitchCon again and just meet the same people. So I don't know. Because that's pretty much all I did at TwitchCon. I just went to a bunch of meet and greets. And I mean, I feel like for the most part at TwitchCon, that's a lot of what there is to do, is just go to meet and greets, I guess, like, or like activities or like panels or whatever. Because like, I don't know, the actual like exhibition hall of TwitchCon, it was really cool because, I mean, coming from Hawaii, where I feel like now any convention I go to in Hawaii is gonna feel like just the really small in comparison. But yeah, I feel like with like most exhibition halls at conventions in general, like there's a point where it's like, you know, you've seen everything, or like you don't really need to see anything else. I don't know. Do. Oh, I was watching a Foozly stream where she was talking about how she asked Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, why can't they make like a better viewer, like a better live stream viewer, like on YouTube, because YouTube has a really like good live stream viewer where you can like you can pause the live stream and then like go back. You can rewind the live stream and stuff. And apparently Dan Clancy told Foosley that it's like it's a server issue where it's like they wouldn't be able to afford a server that could handle that kind of a live stream player for every streamer on Twitch. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't think of it like that. But that's why I guess we have a janky live stream viewer on Twitch. Speaking of Foosley, I met Foosley at TwitchCon last year, and she was so nice. I mean, everybody was so super duper nice. Trying to think if I had any negative interactions at TwitchCon, and I don't think I did. Did I? Like, even just in general, I don't think I did. Did I? I would say probably the only negative interaction I had at TwitchCon was I saw Ginity, the IRL streamer, at TwitchCon, and then I asked her for a picture, and then later on I went into I was curious what what her Twitch chat was saying about me, so I watched her VOD, and like someone was like, bro really waited 3 hours for her. And that was like, oh. I don't know. Besides that, I probably just had a lot of awkward moments at TwitchCon meeting famous streamers. But that's just because I'm an awkward person. Oh right, there was the infamous moment at TwitchCon where I met iGumdrop, and I made these little like custom Polaroids for every Twitch streamer that I was planning to meet at TwitchCon. And I asked iGumdrop to sign the Polaroid I made of her, and she thought it was a gift. So she's like, so the interaction goes like this. I go, "Hi, could you sign this Polaroid?" And she says, "Wow, thank you for the gift. At least I'll have something to remember TwitchCon by." And then I go, "Oh, sorry, actually, could you sign it for me?" And that was bad. That was probably the most awkward thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm considering going to TwitchCon again this year. I think could be fun. It's in San Diego this year. Which I don't know. I don't know if there's like compare. I heard a lot of people say, or at least a lot of the streamers that I watch have said that they prefer. Also, look, guys, first place, first one of the night, Poggers. I've heard a lot of the Twitch streamers I watch say that they didn't really like, or they preferred TwitchCon in San Diego than Vegas. I don't know, I've never been to San Diego. Wait, have I? Probably when I was a kid, but I haven't been there. So I wouldn't know what to do in San Diego is the only problem. I feel like Vegas, I have a more general idea of what there is to do there. I wouldn't know what to do in San Diego. But I don't know, when I looked up like this, and also wait, sorry, I don't know if this is a hot button topic. I looked up like things to do in San Diego or whatever, and you know, I think one of the most common ones is like, oh, the San Diego Zoo, and I'm like, I don't know. Is the San Diego Zoo sort of frowned upon in terms of, like, animal treatment? Like, I know SeaWorld is, have you guys seen, there's this, Steve-O did a really funny thing where he climbed up on the, like, highway, like, freeway sign for SeaWorld Drive, and he taped over the drive part of SeaWorld Drive and put sucks, so it read SeaWorld sucks on the, like, the highway sign. Ah, what did I slip? There was no banana in sight. Doo 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 boo. So, what's new, everybody? Do. I've also been thinking of maybe, well, I don't know, probably not. Wait, no, it already happened, did it? Wait, no. Is it May 30th? Sorry, VidCon. I was thinking about going to VidCon, but I think it's happening soon, this month, right? I think that would be fun to go to. I've always wanted to go to like a YouTuber convention. But I don't know, the thing, you know, what's crazy is that I feel like YouTube has become so big to where if I go to a YouTube convention, I'm not gonna know anybody there. I don't know any of like the new age YouTubers. I've pretty much stuck with like not old age, but like, you know, the classic YouTubers. That's pretty much all I know. Like, Daily Grace. Ow! Dude. Yeah, there was a time where I really wanted to... go to Playlist Live, which was another YouTuber convention. And it was because I used to be really big into shaytards. Although, yeah, nowadays it's kind of manga. But yeah, that was it. And Playlist Live was in Florida. I had never been to... Do they still have Playlist Live? Playlist Live. Do they still do it? Do. Orlando 23 pass holder support. Cancellation of Playlist Live Orlando 2023. Oh, so they had to cancel. They had to cancel the last year Playlist Live. Crazy. I don't know, it seems weird to have two YouTube conventions. I feel like... I don't know. It would probably make sense to only have VidCon. But yeah. So, anybody going on summer break soon? Actually, I saw that, I guess they're doing graduations, at least here. The graduations are happening. And then it made me sort of sentimental and like nostalgic about my own graduation. I remember I graduated high school, and let me think. Like, I remember going to my high school graduation, and then... I remember going to my high school graduation. One of my biggest fears was that I was gonna cry, because I didn't want to be one of those people that cries. I don't know. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with crying. So both times when I graduated elementary school and middle school, I cried. Especially elementary school, like I cried so hard. And then yeah, middle school, I kind of just cried to myself. But anyway. So yeah, I was like, okay, I don't want to cry for the 3rd time in a row. So luckily I didn't cry. But yeah, I was pretty much, I don't know. I think by the end of my like senior year in high school, I was pretty disconnected at that point in terms of like, I just wanted to like get out of there. Like, I didn't go, they have, I don't know if they have Project Grad everywhere in the US. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but basically they would have like a thing every time for the graduating seniors where it's like they would go somewhere or do something. I forget what mine, or like the year I graduated was. I want to say they went on like a boat or something. They went on like a cruise ship. I don't know. But they did something overnight and I didn't go. I was like, no way I'm going to that. So I remember I went with my family to get dinner right after my graduation, right after my high school graduation. And I watched all of the Instagram stories where people were posting from whatever the hell they went to. But yeah, I was pretty like not interested in high school by the time I was graduating. I didn't go to my senior prom because, well, it's a funny story. I performed music at my sophomore banquet in high school and my junior prom. So like I felt like I had this like tradition, which I mean, I don't know. I sometimes don't like to admit this, but like I feel like I have to admit it, but like I do like attention from people, so like a lot of times I will feel more comfortable being on a stage in front of an audience than I do in my normal life, if that makes sense. Like when I'm playing music in front of an audience, I get like I feel very like excited about that. So anyway, sorry. Point is, I played music at my sophomore banquet and junior prom in high school. And so I was like, okay, I'll perform again at my senior prom because why not? And so I RSVP'd to my high school senior prom, and I remember it was $100. You had to pay $100 to like go to senior prom. And I remember you had to pay earlier in the year, I believe. Like, so I remember having to go to like this classroom after school, and there was a long line, and you had to like wait in line and then pay $100 to get your like ticket or whatever for senior prom. And then so after that, they like a few months later they have like, whatever auditions if you want to perform at senior prom. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna go to that. And so I show up, and then the teacher who was in charge of like hosting auditions was the biggest bee with an itch that I've ever seen in my life. Like, she was so mean to me. And one of my biggest regrets in high school is not just turning away from that, because she was so rude to me and I don't think I deserved that. But yeah, she was basically giving me a hard time about how I guess they had said on the school bulletin that there would be auditions for the senior prom, and so you had to RSVP beforehand. But when I showed up, there was nobody there. There was no like line or anything. I was like the only one there, which I kind of anticipated because I feel like most people, in general don't like to be in front of an audience. So yeah, anyway, I show up and like the teacher is just being so rude to me, and I wish like if I could go back in time, like I would have turned away and just left, because I didn't deserve that as a little, you know, 16, 17-year-old kid. But yeah, so after I perform, so I did this little audition for them or whatever. And they're like, because I played the song Marvin Gaye by Charlie Puth, and they said that song is too inappropriate, so you have to change the song or change the lyrics. So you have to come and audition again. And I was just like so over it. Like I was so over how they were treating me that I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like, I'm not like, and then I like basically out of spite, I did not even go to my senior prom. So like I paid the $100 and everything and I just didn't go. I was like, screw these, screw it. Oh my god. But yeah. I think especially because yeah, I was a senior in high school, like I feel like I was old enough to where I feel like students shouldn't take disrespectful behavior from teachers. I mean, granted, some like students deserve it, but I feel like, yeah, even if you're a student and you know, there's a student-teacher dynamic, I feel like students should not put up with being disrespected by teachers, even if they are older and technically like the adults or whatever. So yeah, that was a rough time. That was a rough patch. And I remember after that too, like having to like avoid the teacher. I had to avoid said teacher because I was like, oh god, I don't want to see her. But yeah, that was bad. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, also, I need another tissue. I remember, we had like what's it called? Rehearsal. We had a rehearsal for our high school graduation. And right afterwards, I met up with my friends to go see Captain America Civil War. That was fun. Although at the time I was not into Marvel at all, so I didn't know what the heck was going on in that movie. It wasn't until later when I could actually fully appreciate it. But I remember that being like that was a special sort of fun time for me. Being like, okay, leaving my high school graduation rehearsal and then meeting up with my friends to go see a movie. That is a memory I will always cherish. Doo-poo. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else, like, high school graduation things I can talk about. I remember feeling so dumb having to wear, I think graduation, like the gowns and whatever, the cap and gown or whatever, it's so weird. It's so just like, I don't know, dumb. I mean, I guess like the good thing is that like at least everybody looks dumb. Everybody has to wear the same dumb outfit. But still, I don't know. I remember just feeling so dumb, like I look so dumb in this stupid outfit. Excuse me. Actually, speaking of which, I graduated college in 2020, and because of that, I didn't have like a real graduation because of COVID. And I think they still let you, they still like allowed, they still had caps and gowns for purchase if you wanted to, but like they didn't have like an actual physical graduation. Sorry, I'm looking at my thing, my OBS. My stream keeps effing. Sorry, wait. Oh yeah, okay, so college graduation, we didn't have a physical one because of COVID, but they still let you buy a cap and gown. And then I never did. I just never ended up buying a cap and gown for my college graduation. Ugh. Yeah, and what was crazy was that they eventually did have like a physical graduation, but like they grouped like it was like 2020, 2021, and 2022 together in one graduation, and I'm like, I can't imagine how long that must have took. Like I was like, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Ah. Sorry. You know what's crazy about college too, or university, is that like in high school they take grade point averages or GPAs so seriously, but once you get to like college, I feel like GPAs don't really matter. Like I feel like the only thing that matters in college is like as long as you have the degree. Like nobody talks about grade point averages in college. I forget what my, oh wait, I have my final college transcript saved, so let me see. I wonder what my, oops. I don't know what my GPA was by the end of it. Okay, so by the end of my college, my 4 years in college, I had a, let's see. I had a, how do I find it? I don't know how to find my GPA. Wait, where's my GPA? Maybe they don't even put it on here because they also know that it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, oh, here. My GPA by the end of college was a 3.44, which I feel like isn't terrible. I feel like that's not terrible. In high school, I finished with a 4.1, I believe, GPA. And that was only because I took AP Calculus. Yeah, I remember too, like, I don't know if this was a thing only where I live, but like on the last day of school before graduation, in middle school and high school, like people would bring like those like inflatable tubes or like swimming tubes or whatever. And like everyone would sign it and stuff. So like on the last day of school, you would see everyone with all that kind of stuff and like plays and whatever. And then I didn't have any. I remember being in, I was in my AP calculus class, and every other senior had like something. They had like something that everybody was signing, and I had nothing. And I was like, oh, I'm one of these guys. Nah, I didn't care too much. Okay. I don't know. Do. I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Oh, there's this really funny, and like luckily I have it on camera. I don't know if I'll ever show it, but you know how, so like at the end of a high school graduation, or like I guess a graduation in general, they like, you like throw your cap in the air or whatever, and like, I don't know, I felt really dumb doing that because I'm not like physically, you know, I don't throw things. I'm not physically capable of throwing things. B, I don't know, I feel bad about when like, whenever you're in a crowd and you throw something, like even at like concerts and stuff, like people who throw stuff, because you throw something and then you never know where it lands. Like it could land on someone's face. So I was like, I don't want to like throw my cap and it like hits somebody in the eye or something. So I just did this really it was the saddest throwing of a cap I've ever seen in my life. And it's all my family could talk about. They just made fun of me for how I threw my cap. I just threw it like, literally like, I don't know, like lower than my face, and then it just fell to the ground. Oh god. But yeah. Graduations. Am I right? Actually, speaking of which, you know what's funny? When I graduated from elementary school, the weekend before, I somehow, oh wait, no, not somehow, I know how. I licked my shoe. I was trying to impress a girl that I liked, and so I licked my shoe, and then I got swine flu. This was when H1N1 was like a really big deal. So yeah, I licked my shoe and then I got H1N1 or swine flu. And so I had to go to I was graduating elementary school. So I was like, I have to go to this. And so I went to my elementary school graduation with swine flu. And I remember my teacher was like, she like felt my head and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm really not. But I'm here because I have to." Yeah. I think, and yeah, elementary school, I cried so hard, on the last day. I think because I really liked my teacher. My teacher was really cool. I had a really nice teacher. And she actually came to my high school graduation, which I thought was very nice. Do. Uh... Sorry. My allergies are just like... I don't know what's going on. Somebody just wrote on one of my videos. Chase Yama X Chase Yappa checkmark. Are they saying that I yap a lot? Do I yap? I don't think I do. I don't think I have the brain capacity to be a yapper. Like, I feel like I say the bare minimum in conversations. Also, sorry, my stream keeps buffering. I might actually end stream early. The allergies combined with the stream effing so much. Doo-boo. God dang it. Do. I was thinking I might actually make a YouTube video this week. I've been taking a bit of a hiatus from making videos just because I haven't been in the best space recently. But I think I might make a video this week. Yeah, I don't know. Life is hard, guys. I don't know. Oh wait, actually wait, speaking of like, I don't know, deep combos. I made the stream titled "Do You Believe in Destiny?" because I've been getting a lot of like TikToks where it's like those stupid ones where it's like, oh, if you see this, then this is gonna happen. And I don't know, that always makes me like, I don't know, I go back and forth whether I believe in like quote-unquote destiny or whatever, or like the universe. I mean, not that I don't believe in the universe, but like, you know, the universe having a plan, God's plan, etc, etc. I don't know, because then like, you think about how the different thing, like, maybe like what are the chances of like you seeing that TikTok, or what are the chances of you picking that fortune cookie from Panda Express, you know? Like maybe that's like, maybe that's part of the plan. I don't know. So I don't know, I go back and forth about it. I feel like generally, I don't know. I actually don't know. But I don't know. I always think that's interesting, like getting whatever TikToks about like, you know, if you're seeing this, whatever, or like choosing a fortune cookie from Panda Express. I actually have one taped on my desk. I got a fortune cookie from Panda Express that says you will prosper in the field of entertainment. And I was like, wow, that's so like me. And so I kept it. But I don't know, you know, like who knows what's going on in the universe? I don't know. There's some days where I'm like, yeah, maybe the universe has a plan for everybody. But then some days I'm like, you know, we're just freaking Homo sapiens on a floating rock in the middle of, or not the middle, but in the freaking galaxy or whatever. So I don't know. Who knows? Do. Speaking of Panda Express, I don't know. What do you guys think of Panda Express? I remember, there's like, I feel like every few months I get a craving for Panda Express, but then once I fulfill that craving, I like don't have it for a while. I don't know. I remember when the first time I ever tried Panda Express, it was at my cousin's house, at one of my cousin's house. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Actually, it was my step-cousin's house. They bought Panda Express, specifically orange chicken. And I remember trying the orange chicken and just being like absolutely just like mortified by it because I don't know. I remember the first time I tried the orange chicken just being like, why is it so bready? And like, it tasted so like bready. And also like, because there was so much breading on it, like you combine that with like the moisture of the sauce or whatever, and you just get like wet bread. Like, I don't know. It freaked me out the first time I tried it. Oh god, sorry. Yeah, the first time I tried Panda Express, I was freaked out. I wonder if we're better off just using the Wi-Fi for streaming, I don't know. Right now, I have my computer plugged in with a Ethernet adapter and a power line, or Ethernet cable and a power line adapter. I wonder if we would be better off just using the Wi-Fi. Because we get buffering, like, quite frequently. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it here for the stream, just because my allergies are going crazy.